In this video, I'm going to cover 5 habits that changed my life forever. And all of these habits are based on Stoic philosophy. So if you want to learn how to live a good life according to the wisest people who ever lived, stay tuned. The first habit that changed my life forever is I used to wake up feeling rushed and stressed, and I would get up so early just because I had stuff to do. But then I realized, why don't I try to turn this into something that's not stressful? And I started getting up at 5 a.m. Now, the first few days were definitely really tough. It was so hard to go to sleep at 9:30 or 10 and then get up at 5. But then, after about a week, it got easier and easier. And now I love waking up early. Mornings have become this peaceful time where no one's asking me to do anything. There's no distractions. I can sit quietly and think and work on myself. That's when I added light exercise and meditation, and I would plan out my day. This one habit completely changed how my days go. Because now, I'm very intentional about how I spend my time. I know exactly what I need to get done. I'm way more productive and clear-headed and focused, and this all comes down to one habit that I built for myself. The second habit that changed my life forever is daily movement. For most of my life, I avoided working out. I hated it. I thought it was so boring. I hated being outside and sweating. I hated going to the gym, but I forced myself to do just 20 minutes a day of some sort of movement. And I switched between yoga, running, strength training, whatever it was, just to kind of keep things interesting. But the first few days were really hard. My muscles were really sore. I was out of breath all the time. I felt like I couldn't do it. But after a few weeks, it got easier and easier, and now I love moving my body. It's become a form of self-care for me, not just something I have to do to check off my to-do list. This one habit has made such a huge difference in how I feel physically and mentally. I have way more energy during the day. I feel stronger and more confident, and I have 0 injuries. I used to get injured all the time because I would just run or lift weights with terrible form. But now that I've been consistent with my movement practice, my body is strong and healthy. If you want to improve your life, start with your health. Start moving your body every single day, even if it's just for 20 minutes. Do it now and do it consistently. That's how you'll see results. That's how you'll build habits. The third habit that changed my life forever is journaling. I used to think writing a journal was such a waste of time until I tried it. And I decided to just commit to 10 minutes a night of writing in a journal. And the first few days, I just described what happened throughout the day. I didn't know what else to write. But then I started writing about my goals and my fears and the things I was thinking about and the things I learned. And now I love journaling. It's become this time where I can just get everything out of my head and onto paper. And it's helped me so much. It's helped me process my emotions, organize my thoughts, and recognize patterns in my behavior. It's also helped me become more self-aware and introspective. When you take the time to sit down and reflect on your day, you start to notice things about yourself that you wouldn't normally notice. You start to see patterns in your behavior, and you start to understand your emotions better. It's also a great way to get all the stuff out of your head. When you have a million things going on, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and stressed. But when you take the time to write it all down, it helps clear your mind and calm your thoughts. It's also a great way to remember your accomplishments and be grateful for what you have. That's why I also add a gratitude list every night. I try to write down 3 things that I'm grateful for every day. It's a small habit that makes a big difference. If you want to change your life, try journaling for just 10 minutes a day. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The fourth habit that changed my life forever is eating mindfully. I used to eat all the time, and I never paid attention to what I was eating. I would sit in front of the TV or my laptop and just mindlessly eat whatever was in front of me. But then I realized that I was eating for the wrong reasons. I wasn't hungry. I was just bored or stressed or sad. So I decided to change that habit. I started eating without the TV, without my phone, without my laptop. I would sit down at the table and pay attention to what I was eating. I would savor each bite and really enjoy the flavors and textures, and it's been life-changing. This one habit has helped me so much. First of all, it's helped me become more mindful and present. When you pay attention to what you're eating, you start to appreciate the food more. You start to notice the flavors and textures and aromas. And that's a beautiful thing. It's also helped me eat less. When you eat mindfully, you start to feel satisfied sooner. You don't need to finish everything on your plate. You can stop eating when you're full. And that's really important because overeating is a major cause of weight gain and obesity. Another benefit of eating mindfully is that it's helped me make better food choices. When you pay attention to what you're eating, you start to notice how different foods make you feel. You might find that certain foods give you energy, while other foods make you feel sluggish and tired. And that's really important because the food we eat can have a major impact on our energy levels. If you want to improve your life, start by eating mindfully. It's a small habit that can make a big difference. And the final habit that changed my life forever is reducing screen time. I used to spend hours and hours on end on my phone or computer. I would scroll through social media, watch videos, play games, and I didn't even realize how much time I was wasting. But then I decided to change that habit. I set a 1-hour limit for leisure scrolling, and I would use any extra time I had to read a book or take a walk or pursue a hobby. And it's been amazing. Reducing my screen time has given me so much more freedom and flexibility in my life. I'm no longer glued to my phone. I'm not constantly checking emails or social media. And that's really important because it gives me time to focus on what's really important to me. It's also given me so much more energy. When you're constantly bombarded with notifications and messages and emails, it's really draining. But when you take a break and disconnect from the digital world, you start to feel recharged and refreshed. Another benefit of reducing screen time is that it's helped me be more present in my relationships. When I'm spending time with friends or family, I'm actually present with them. I'm not on my phone or distracted by social media. And that's really important because it shows them that I care about them and I'm invested in our relationship. Reducing screen time has also helped me be more engaged in my work. When I'm focused on my work, I'm able to be more productive and efficient. I'm able to concentrate for longer periods of time without getting distracted. And that's really important because it allows me to produce my best work. Finally, reducing screen time has helped me sleep better. When you look at your phone before bed, the blue light emitted from the screen can interfere with your sleep. It can make it harder to fall asleep and lower quality sleep. But when I make a rule to stop using screens an hour before bed, I start to feel tired and ready to sleep. And that is really important because getting a good night's sleep is essential for overall health and well-being. If you want to improve your life, start by reducing your screen time. It's a small habit that can make a big difference. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time.